Hello everyone, it's me Selina from Vintage Gaudi and I'm here with Beate.
Hello, everyone.
We have today also an interesting video for you. Last time we showed you the differences between number 1 Barbie and Build Lily, but Beate brought also some special dolls. What do we are gonna look today?
Yes, you all know that the beginning of Barbie is 1959.
Yes.
And I also want to show you the first Barbie, the number 1.
Oh, yeah.
And in the second part of 1959, we got a number 2. The reason I will explain when we show it. And in the early 1960s, we got a number 3. And why we got the number 3, there's also a reason. So that is a very interesting video.
Story and video, yes.
Yeah.
So we are gonna showing you.
We start with the number 1, of course.
Number 1, yes.
Yeah. And I can show you first the box. The box looks like this. And we have written on this box teenage fashion model. And also on both the sides, yeah, because teenage fashion model, this was the start up for Barbie. It should be a teenage fashion model because you can dress her, and why you can dress her? She was only sold in this swimsuit. Oopsie. Okay, she was only sold in this swimsuit. Okay, that. Why not? It is Barbie, so you know her. This is it. I'm sorry, Barbie.
So we got a little bit swimsuit.
Okay, she was only dressed in this swimsuit, and she got then extra fashions.
Yeah.
And to look at the number 1 Barbie, you see she has very, very special face painting. It was hand painted in Japan.
Japan, yeah.
And her eyes are very special. They look aside because it was said not look straight to the people. In Japan, it was a no-go.
Because to look straight in,
yeah, they say when dolls look straight in your face, that is like it's
so bad luck.
Or something like that.
Okay.
It is not good.
Yeah.
So whatever it is in the back for that, I don't know, but it is not good. So they did it aside. Yeah.
Wow.
And it you see the hand painting of the eyes and the eyebrows, and this was the special look. She looks very focused.
Focused, yes.
Yes. And therefore she looks aside. When she looks straight to you, it could be like, I spell on you.
Oh, okay. That's
yeah.
I had no idea about that.
Yeah.
They painted on
the
purpose.
Asian people won't do a doll that looks straight to you. So they say we do a doll from Mattel, but only aside.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, she look aside. That was the reason why Barbie looks aside. Yeah.
Wow. Learned something new.
Yeah, and the next was on the number 1 was the hole in the face, in the feet,
in the feet,
in the feet, and this was, you see, this was how they fixed Barbie to stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is very heavy vinyl also, ponytail look. And this was a common look at the early 50s, early 60s.
So kind of this rockabilly look,
Yeah.
Something ponytail, petticoat
Yes,
was
yes.
totally the fashion back then. So that's quite obvious that a teenage fashion doll or a doll should look like the fashion back then. So that makes totally sense.
Yes. So this was the number 1.
The number
and
1.
we go on with the number 2.
Yeah.
And
So amazing.
The number 2 was released in the second half of 1959. Because number 1 was not so much produced. It was the reason of the stand. The hole in the feet was not so good for standing people, for the Barbie to fix.
Yeah.
And so people claimed to Mattel it's not good how the way it is. And so they create a number 2 Barbie. The number 2 Barbie looks like this, and surprise, surprise, she looks like the number 1.
Yeah, it is absolutely looks the same, but there are differences.
Yeah, there are differences. I put her out of the box, and look, the face is it is the same. It is the same, you see. And also the swimsuit is the same. But the difference is, no hole.
holes.
Yeah.
No holes in the feet.
Yeah, this is the difference.
Yeah.
And so be careful when you will buy a number 1 Barbie. Sometimes people do fakes and do holes in the number 2.
So they buy a number 2 and drill some holes in it to sell it as a number 1. Okay,
yeah.
so
but you can check it. There, you see that this is not the original. There are some metal strips inside, and when there are only holes, so be careful.
Okay, yeah.
I will not say that everybody do this, but there are some around. So take care from who you are buying.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
So if you want really to have a number 1 Barbie doll, then go to official websites, maybe also auction houses who kind of guarantee.
Or seller you can trust.
Or trust. And so number 1 Barbie has hole in their feet. Number 2, that came out in the same year, does not have the hole in the feet.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it is drilled in. But then you will see that it's
you will
kind
see
of
that
drilled.
there is something manipulated. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes,
so
of
that's
course.
a good information actually
Yeah.
for maybe someone who has not the knowledge about it.
Yeah.
Are there any differences in makeup, or do they have the same kind
This
of eye?
is all the same. It's totally the same. Also, the vinyl is the same. The body is the same. And only this is the difference. And we have also the side glance as well. And now the next why we have a number 3 is people say, oh, Barbie looks so straight. She looks so strong.
Strong.
Yeah.
She got a strong face.
She looks so strong, and for children it could be a little bit too strong. She must be look like more lovely, more happy, more childish, more teenage like.
Yeah.
And what happened is in 96 we have a number 3. And the number 3 was sold in that box.
So we can see also the front of the box is different. So
we have also at the first time what is inside, a ponytail brunette.
So somewhere here it says like it is a ponytail brunette in there.
This is the box for starting in the 1960s. So this is the next generation box.
So she came out in 1960.
1959 is only these boxes.
Only these boxes, and the number
this
3
is up till 1960 is the next box.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I show you the number 3, and that is a really, really different in her face.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you see the eyes, they are more like doll eyes. Yeah, they are not so straight and strong. And she looks more lovely in the face, so more like a teenage doll. But she has also the side glance till now, you see.
Yeah, absolutely, as she looks aside.
And she has the same vinyl body, heavy body. And the difference of this doll is that she has a different makeup.
Okay.
This is the number 3 Barbie.
Number 3 Barbie.
Yes.
And I think also her face is a little bit slimmer.
Yeah,
Is it
smaller face, more like when you look long at her, you think she's a little bit smiling. So friendly.
Yes.
Yeah, like this. Yeah.
Absolutely. Can you take the number 2 and number 1?
Yeah, so take the number 3.
I can hold the number 3.
And oopsie, you got the number 2. And I will also put out the number one.
Number one. So let me see if we can get this focused. Yes, I guess it's quite okay. So these are the 3 versions that Beate brought for this video, so we can do a comparison about 1, 2, and 3. And the number 1 came out also in a blonde version.
Yes.
So, and the number 2 was the same, blonde and brunette.
Yes.
And number 3 was more versions, or also blonde. And
they have they have still blonde and brunette, and after that they do a number 4. And the number 4 looks like this, but not that vinyl who discolored.
Ah, okay.
And at the number 4 you can have other hair colors.
Ah, okay. So
yeah,
number 4 was the one with more options, more than 2 options actually.
Yeah.
And number 1 to 3 has brunette and blonde version.
Yes, yes.
I mean, how cool is that? And they all have the swimsuit. It's amazing. The typical iconic swimsuit. Great.
Yes.
Really great. So
yes.
Yeah.
Now you have every part of the first Barbies.
Yeah.
And also the history why they have changed something on the Barbies. And Mattel did a lot of changes after that.
Yeah.
But this is the main way how it goes.
Yeah. So difference between number 1 and number 2 is the holes.
Yes.
Number 1 came with hole in there because it was a stand, but they gave issues.
Yes.
She did not stay properly.
Yeah.
So they changed in the same year. So number 2 came out in the same year.
The second half of 1959 come the number 2.
Without holes in the feet.
Yeah.
And then number 3 came out because
1960.
1960 because the face from 1 and 2 were a little bit too
strong for children.
Kind of not teenage
look
like not friendly.
Yeah.
And you can see this is number 3, so she looks really more friendly. I have to say,
and more childish.
Yeah. So while number 1 and 2 are more like kind of more into adult way of looking, and she's really like a cutie teenage girl. Yes, from the 50s and 60s actually.
Yes.
So actually we are kind of late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah.
What was the fashion back then with the ponytail? So they all have
have the ponytail.
Have the ponytails, and that's also really cool to see. I mean, you have a number 1 brunette. Are they more rarer then?
Yes, number 1 brunettes are more rarer. It was produced just a few. I think from the whole production, it is a third of.
A third of all the dolls from the 59.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
A third of is brunette, and the other was blonde because blonde was the color of the film stars. You think of Marilyn Monroe, Brigitte Bardot. They are all blonde, but they were not blonde. They are just colored their hair blonde.
Yes.
But it was the famous color of the stars.
So kind of also these Barbie dolls kind of intimate a little bit also film stars. So
yes,
you can hold your film star.
Yeah, you when you want to play with this doll, you want to be like a film star or famous, or you're feeling good like this, or you want to be hip, whatever. Yeah, and therefore they do a lot of blondes, but also brunettes. Yeah, because they exist also.
Yeah, that's so interesting. Really fascinating.
Yes. And this is the story, how it goes, and what happened when you create a doll. You find out what is good, what is not good. And also Mattel did that. In the early years, they did also mistakes and do something better or want something better for the market. And this is hard work. Yeah.
But what I think is really interesting, Mattel listened to the people. So the change in the same year and totally different kind of the holes and no holes. So people were saying, or the customers were saying, hey, look, we cannot, that's not good. And they listened to them back then.
They had to, because when they don't do, Barbie will not exist anymore.
I cannot imagine that. But woo,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
all the time when we go to conventions, we also tell Mattel and designers what we think, what is good, what we are wishing, what will be for the future nice. And so they look for trends and they look for what's happened. Yeah, and what will be next for the next generation.
So now you know the differences from number 1, 2, and 3 Barbie dolls, and it's so amazing to have them here in my hands. It's so a special feeling. Yeah, thank you, Beate, that you showed me these dolls, that you
Of
that you
course.
shared these informations. Also, it is quite important informations actually. If you are new in doll collecting, what do
Yes.
you have to look? What is differences? What makes the difference between a number 1 and a number 2?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So thank you so much.
Welcome. I hope it will show you a little bit what you will have to look for or what is to know when you go in the early years. Sometimes it's not so clear to have the difference or what is a different
Yeah,
or what happened to Barbie. And we hope to help you. This is just information. This is not a foundation, and this is not something we want to strictly say this is approved or so.
Yeah.
This is my own experience I do with Barbie on conventions, on long year collecting, and this is what we want to tell you also.
Yeah, exactly. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please go and check out more videos on my YouTube channel. Follow Beate also on Instagram.
On Barbie of the Day, please, and also on Facebook, Beate Rao, and check out my online sales. I will happy to have you as customer.
Yes, and I will link everything down below so you can go and check her out. Yeah, and follow her.
Yes.
So thank you so much,
Thank
and we will
you.
see us in the next video.
Yes, of
Bye.
course. Bye.